Hello, welcome back, Felix here. Today on not Brick Fans, another channel, Storm Clara, we're going to be having a little look at the storm, so you can see the leaves have been blown over there. There's literally just twigs down. I think what I was saying about weak stuff, I think it's just flexible because it's young. That's what I'm going with. So I must have been mistaken. But there is a few things down, but they've just been carried along by the wind. They've snapped and just been carried along. So all I can really show in the garden is twigs and leaves. And plant pots are gone everywhere. The hedges, I think, finished coming down now. Still meant to intensify by only 2 miles per hour, so this is kind of like the big gusts are the only ones that are good now. Apparently there's some trees down, but they're dead. There are a few dead twigs and branches, but I don't know. I think, there's a lot of dead stuff in the tree to the top right, you see. And there's a group of trees there, but I just think there's still, it's still too sheltered. I think there's just too many leaves still on the trees. The direction of the wind is sheltered by the house. However, from Thursday and Friday when the Never Storm comes through, that lot down there is in full pounce, so is the holly tree. So I'd expect quite a bit of damage down there. And into this tree probably a bit of damage as well. Because the stuff which is weaker is our side, which is what's going to get pelted by the wind. So I think it's just a combination of, wind direction. It was meant to be good, but it's only good for the other side of the road, which has been victim to it. We've lost a lot of stuff over there. Multiple trees have split and lots of branches down. Our cherry tree's okay because I'm guessing it's sheltered from across the road. So I think the outcome of today is, because some trees still have leaves on them, it's just protected it. So, and everything's young, so I'd say Thursday and Friday is the most hope. Of course the road's damaged, but for our property, Thursday and Friday is only the worst possible one. It isn't as strong, but it's still decent, like still in the high 40s, rather than the high 50s like it is today. I don't think the storm's as powerful as it was supposed to be either. The rain never came, and I just think we had so many big storms over summer. It just took all the weak stuff down. And like I said, the wind direction for our garden, out the front, there's literally a piece of debris, but there's too many leaves on the tree for it to fall down. And the hedge isn't being pelted this time. The upper bit of the hedge is just crooked a little bit. The hedges, they are moving very violently, but they're just not high enough to really sustain too much damage. You can say about a few of the hedges which have come down. I feel like 3 of them we've lost, but that's when we've had convection winds. That's wind that literally just goes any direction it kind of wants. That's not really the true, but wind which comes more from down the side of the house. That's what kills the hedges, but this time it's coming from the front. So, and like I said, the roadside has been absolutely pummeled. There's so many branches down, trees split, 1 tree down, which tree-wise is the same number, but we never normally have 2 or 3 trees split, like a 50-foot 100-foot section, so many branches down. And like I said, out the back, these ones are just healthy. This one, so the ground's like that, but it's got enough resistance with it, and it's also tangled up in the other trees, helping it stay up. Plus the wind, like I said, is coming from this way, so it isn't in direct firing line. It's got everything behind it, and like I said, the hedge, most of that's come off. There are a few twigs and bits off that, like I said, most of it's come off for the year. The ferns haven't done too well. That one's done a lot better than I thought it would, but then it is kind of hidden behind the wall, so those hedges never a problem. All of those trees are too young and flexible. We've lost multiple of those dead things. Next door neighbour's tree, the wind's batting the healthy side. There's just a few too many leaves for the wind to pass through and hit the dying side, which is our side. So, like I said, when the storm next week comes along, it'll hit that. And like I said, the trees down there, there's just a few too many leaves for the dead stuff to really get a full belting. And they don't move around too much because there's so much like material with them. And the finesse are pretty much young, and the furniture's all been packed up. The woods has suffered really badly, like the front of the house, but our garden is just in that perfect location. I've heard lots of snaps back there. However, Thursday and Friday, the roadside will get pummeled as bad. I would say maybe a little bit better. Our garden will get pummeled really bad. So will the cherry tree and the hedge. I would expect a lot of damage to all the hedges and the cherry tree across the road. I'd expect damage to those, possibly that. Not too sure. Most of that's come off for the year that's dead. A load of stuff back there that's all dying. I'd expect the ferns to be possibly damaged because they are more in a firing line. I would probably not expect any damage to these because they've got a wall to support them. So maybe a couple bits here, but unlikely. And then the ash tree above us would probably have a bit of damage, but the winds are decreasing every day for that, and they don't really know its track, so yeah, there's just not enough dead or dying stuff here anymore because most of it's been destroyed over summer. There are, the holly tree back there has had a lot of damage. It's hard to see because it's such a mangled tree anyway. There's limbs everywhere. It's not like these which are just straight up. That one's every direction you can think of, so it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. Personally, this storm, it's just I would have put it. You can see that, that's a decent gust. It's just the trees are honestly on the brink. If we had another 10-20 mile an hour, say you had an extra 25% wind, you would have a ton of damage back here. It's at that point which we've experienced a lot this year where it's just on the edge of being catastrophic, but it isn't quite there. So, yeah. It's nothing really exciting. It is meant to intensify, but not really on a great scale. The winds are meant to be more prolonged, more frequent gusts, stronger, with possibly like a 10% chance of rain, so probably not going to rain. Scotland, Eastern England, Wales, not so much Wales, but Northern England are just getting battered, or will be, by this storm system. There'll be so much rain, there'll be so much wind. Yeah. Great place to go and be if you want to be a storm chaser. There's a branch just sitting in the leaning against that tree there. So there is damage, there's a lot of it, it's just a lot of it's been carried away. So like the twigs from this tree I've just seen flying through the air just down there. There's only been a few which have landed in the garden, most of it's been carried. So I think if the gusts weren't as prolonged, we'd have a lot more damage to show. But that's another reason again why Scotland is the place to be. I want to go there eventually. They have a lot of pine trees, which obviously are successful. I can't think. Whatever the word is, successful. No, whatever the word is, like there. I can't think of the word. It starts with an S, and it's like when they're like vulnerable, but successful. No, I can't think of the word. But yeah, and the wind's always worse, the rain's always worse, the snow's always worse, the temperature's much cooler. They got more convection, and I just had to pick my location correct, and it'll be a great place to live. I want to be somewhere on a west side or south side, so like a southwest side of a mountain with a lot of trees and a river. That would be the dream, because I'd be able to see the flooding, I'd be able to see all that damage, and then just drive around. You could buy more land up there than you can here, way more. Here, I know, I mean, some car parking spaces go for like 100 grand, so. Well, not so much here actually, it's more south, but some of them go for like 50k here, so. And that's what, a 5x3 metre strip of tarmac. Crazy. But, yeah, I think for like an acre of land it's like 50 grand here, give or take. Depends on what it is. If it's a grass field, it's probably like 25. If it's built on, it's a few hundred grand. If it's just got trees on it, it's about 50. So I would be able to get like 4 acres here. Well, in Scotland, you'll probably be able to get, I guess, 20 acres, if not more. So, yeah. Something I'm interested in going up there, just storm chasing for most of my life. Be here, work for like, to the age of like 35, move up to Scotland, my Lego collection, and then storm chase for like 30 years, and then go somewhere a bit closer to like a safer, like, rather than 80 miles into the wilderness, maybe like closer to a more populated area, or move back with family. It all depends. All depends on how it goes. There's a lot of damage up there, but the whole stretch has been damaged. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.